Welcome to New Testament Greek Exegesis 1, Lesson 4, the dative case. Now, the basic meaning of the dative case is relation, used to express various different relationships within a sentence, mainly adverbial in nature, modifies mainly the verb, though it does at times limit other nouns and adjectives. The first use of the pure dative case is the most obvious, is the indirect object of the sentence. It indicates the one for whom or in whose interest an act is performed. Das daxan to theo, give glory to God. God is the one who is receiving indirectly the action. So give is the verb. Doxan would be the direct object, what you give. To God, then, would be the one to whom or in whose interest the glory is being given. The second pure use is personal interest of advantage. Denotes the person or sometimes a thing to whose benefit a verbal action occurs. And we usually use the word for in the translation. Hos nymphein kekasmemenin to andriautes, like a bride adorned for her husband. There's also personal interest of disadvantage, denotes the person or the thing to whose detriment a verbal action occurs, usually with the English word against in the translation. Hede Herodias ake enekan auto, so Herodias held a grudge against him. The dative of reference or respect limits the extent to which something is presented as true, qualifying a statement that would otherwise not be true. Te hamartia apethenon ephoxax. He died to sin once for all. So to sin limits the death that he died. The last use of the pure dative is for possession, and this is a unique construction in which the dative possesses the subject of an equative verb, such as a me or ginomai. Humin garistin he epangelia, for the promise is for you. So the promises are yours, they belong to you. For you, the promise is. Now, the use of the locative dative case, the first is a physical place, pinpoints the literal physical location of a noun in the dative case, in, on, at, or to. Tous perioton kuklo kathemenus, those who are sitting in a circle around him, kuklo, in a circle. The second use of the locative is sphere, identifies the figurative or metaphorical location, the sphere or realm of a noun in the dative case. Anastinazas to pneumati autou, sighing deeply in his spirit. The third is the dative case of time, indicates the point in time, the location in time, at which the action of a verb is accomplished. Kai te hemera te trite gamos agenata. On the third day, a wedding took place. The instrumental use of the dative is, the first is the dative of means. It denotes the impersonal means by which the action of a verb is accomplished, by or with. Katakapton auton lithios, cutting himself with stones. So lithois is the instrument or the means by which he cut himself. The second use of instrumental dative is of manner, denotes the manner in which the action of a given verb is accomplished, with or in. Paresia ton lagan elale, he was openly talking about this. Paresia, so with confidence, with boldness, openly talking about the word. Another use of the instrumental dative is the agency, denotes the personal agency by which an action of a given verb is accomplished. By. Ede pneumati ageste, but if you are led by the Spirit then is the personal agent who leads you. And the last use of the instrumental dative is dative of association, denotes the person or thing with which a person is associated or by which a person is accompanied, and usually with the preposition with in English. Sunt tafentes auto en to baptismo, having been buried with him in baptism. The third type of dative, or the last type of dative, is the other types of dative. Dative of cause indicates the basis or reason of the action of a given verb, whether either external or internal, given the occasion or the motivation for the verb. Ego de limo hode apolumai. Here I am dying because of hunger. So limo is the cause of his dying or being destroyed. Another is the cognate dative, where the dative noun that is a cognate of the same stem of the verb, it modifies either formally or conceptually. Exestesan extase megale. They were astonished with a great astonishment. They were utterly astonished. So they were astonished with a great astonishment. Apposition, again, two related substances refer to the same person or thing, both of them in the dative case. Ento Beelzebul, archonti ton daimonion, by Beelzebul, the ruler of the demons. So Beelzebul and the ruler are the same person, the same entity, where archonti gives a further description of Beelzebul. And lastly, the dative can also be used as a direct object with certain verbs, especially with verbs of trusting, obeying, serving, worshiping, thanksgiving, or following. The direct object will occur in the dative case. Eucharistumen to theo pantate. We always give thanks to God, or we always thank God. God is the one being thanked. He's the one receiving the thanksgiving.